Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kirk Acharya, and I am the FPL intern at Rocky Mountain National Park. Today, I'll be discussing community-led impact monitoring in the Lockvale watershed. So the Lockvale watershed is one of the crown jewels of Rocky Mountain National Park. This attracts visitors of all ages and ability levels hiking, as it offers a range of distances across the watershed, and it affords these spectacular views of some of the alpine lakes and the surrounding mountain ranges. And Rocky Mountain is facing a management challenge that is widespread across the national park system, as this is a high volume of visitor use. As of last year, pre-pandemic, we were seeing 4.5 million visitors per year. And here you can see that that's not that much different in the Lockvale watershed in 2020. So to establish these visitor use levels this summer, I implemented a trail counter system across the watershed to see what that visitor use was across the entire hiking trail. And as you can see, we have high use up at the trailhead, and down near left at Sky Pond at the end of the trail, much fewer people per day. So to establish a baseline of visitor impacts across the watershed, we used 3 different metrics this summer: informal trails, human waste, and soil loss, to map each one of these different things across the trail system. Now, to do this, I also had the pleasure of working with a team of volunteers in the park. And this was also to establish a community science program that could be implemented in Rocky and other parks across the country to map these same types of impacts. I'll start off our results by sharing some of the informal trail data. And here are some examples of informal trails in the park. These have management implications for loss of vegetation, soil erosion, and just the aesthetic nature of being in the backcountry for visitors trying to enjoy some of these wild spaces. So here we see the first mapping of informal trails through the Lockvale watershed. The colors indicate a qualitative condition of the trail, or how much erosion happened. And we mapped over 8 kilometers of social trails for this 9-kilometer trail system. In the top right is a call out of Alberta Falls. And here's a visualization of the trail density, so the social trail density. Darker, warmer colors indicate higher density around some of those overlook areas that are popular visitor destinations, especially closer to the trailhead, as we found that was the most dense areas of social trail use. Next, I'll be talking about human waste, which is an unfortunate topic, but this included any time that visitors did not follow leave no trace practices in the backcountry areas of the Lockvale watershed. And the way this was mapped was over the entire watershed haphazardly with the social trails. And we found over 300 individual points of either unburied human waste, leftover garments, or used toilet paper in the watershed area. Here's a density of these points, and these have really profound implications for aesthetics and human sanitation, but also in these denser areas, as I show in the top right, also for nutrient into the watershed system and some of those delicate aquatic alpine lakes. We also mapped soil loss across the watershed, which, as you can see by this map here, was fairly small impact compared with the human waste and social trails across the whole watershed. But I hope this is something to be built upon in future years of the community science program. And so I have 3 different recommendations after analyzing this data with the park. The first being engineering of latrines in certain high density human waste areas, also trail barriers to promote use of the official trail, ecological revegetation of some of the social trails, and finally education on leave no trace principles. And some of the next steps are the community-led impact monitoring for Rocky and other parks in the nation, and also a suite of ecological research that's going to be done with the Colorado State Group with Dr. Jill Barron, where we're going to be trying to estimate the amount of nutrient inputs into the aquatic system from human waste. And with that, thank you very much. I will happily take any questions.